Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today for your Sunday, it's going to be a match between Maru and Clem here on Jagannatha. Bottom left, it is our blue Terran Clem. He is French, and on the top right, we have the Korean Terran player. He is red. It is Maru. Alright, so Maru is an old guard player. He has won several championships. He is an incredible Terran player that many a Terran player looks up to, and Clem is a rising star. He is 18 years old. He is very hungry. He's looking to knock off Maru, and I think this is going to be an excellent TVT. I haven't cast one of these in a while, I feel like. So, here we go. Is this a proxy from Clem? You're going to proxy Maru? Ooh, I like the cojones on this kid. That is for sure. He is an excellent macro player, but if you macro all the time and don't proxy, then people know what to expect from you, right? There you go. Proxy barracks. It's going to be a proxy Reaper. Another barracks coming up at the top of his ramp here. And Maru's just doing the normal thing. No proxies from him. SCV scouting just to see what the young whippersnapper here is up to. Not through the speed zones. Speed zones are for the young, apparently. This is interesting. We'll have to see how this turns out. Alright, so Reaper here from Clem, and a Reaper from Maru. So we've got two Reaper names ready to go here. And yeah, just walled off, so nothing too crazy, says Maru. We've got a barracks at the top of the ramp. Little does he know that there is a barracks over here as well. And another Reaper, okay. So we're going to name this Reaper Shuckinfits. He's a blue Reaper named after one of my subscribers and one of the members of my channel, Shuckinfits, which you can become a member of the Falcon Paladin channel by clicking the join button down below this video. It just allows you to get some super cool colors on your name. You get access to different badges and stuff, and people know you're a member of the channel and support me directly here through YouTube. So if you don't trust Patreon, which some people don't, then sure. Then that's a good way to do it as well. So the Reaper from Maru is the Peeper. Of all the uses for a Reaper suit and a jetpack, the designers never expected it to be used to spy on women's bathing. And yet that's what this perverted citizen has done after stealing a suit from an abandoned Dominion armory. It didn't take long to regain control of the situation by threatening to detonate the suit if he didn't help with the war effort, and so now he will occasionally take a break from his life of peeping to spy on enemy workers, and sometimes even shoot them. Alright, man, so unfortunately for Peeper here, it's a 2-to-1 scenario, where it's two Reapers versus one. Oh, Peeper goes down, Shuckinfits still going strong here. He's got 3 kills. Dude, Clem is absolutely... Dude, they're repairing each other, because what else can they do? 5 SCVs, 6 SCVs. How is Maru going to come back from this? He's down 24 to 16 workers. Hellions are really good versus Reapers, because Reapers are light. They take bonus damage from that Hellion attack. But he snipes and he loses a Reaper in the process. He loses 1 Reaper in the process, but 8 SCVs killed. Holy smokes, and he's expanding behind it. Alright, man. Clem is so far ahead, it's not even fair. He's killed, how many? 8 SCVs killed. He's gonna, wait, what is this? Is he gonna, what's landing over? There was something landing over here. Was he thinking of, where did his barracks go? Did he send the barracks all the way home? He sent the barracks all the way home. Wow, Clem. Alrighty then. Wow, this is awesome. This is such a great opening out of Clem. So it's 1 Reaper in the main and then a proxy Reaper on the other side. This is a great start. Great start to this match. I am enjoying it immensely. Do have a starport from Maru coming up here. A starport is on the way from Clem, but also his third base is coming up super fast too. So, I'm wondering if Banshee play might work out here. I'm wondering if going Banshee, but Maru is instead getting a medevac. So maybe he's just going to try to bypass this wall concept. Try to get across the map as fast as he can and try to get some damage in on Clem. Clem is greedy, man. Clem's natural base has been up for some time and he's rolling with it. And the natural base for Maru is up to, dude, these Shuckinfits. It's got 6 kills. Do they both have... I don't know, man. Okay, Shuckinfits is dead, but man, that is one of the more successful Reapers we've ever seen on the channel. 6 kills on a Reaper, a bunch of them are SCVs, and a TVT no less. Not easy to do, but you know, in the hands of Clem, nothing's impossible. Making Marines, got a Cyclone, work. That third base is done. Dude, Maru needs to get some damage done. That's just it. He just needs to get some damage done, and he's heading over to do it. That's his full intention right now. Is to jump on top of Clem's base here and murder everything with a siege tank on the low ground, sieging up. And then some Marines up here. They're covered by the siege tank on the low ground. And providing some vision, firing on a supply depot. All right. Okay. I mean, this isn't going to win the game or anything, but it's really messing with Clem's ability to macro in peace more than anything else. Ah, broke the lock-on tag there. That was pretty good stuff. All right, so tank sieges up, and Maru backs out. He doesn't want to lose the siege tank. Oh, he re-lands it. Lock on, get a couple shots. He's not greedy. He's not trying to kill it straight up. Not trying to kill the medevac straight up here, but oh, the Marines are going to get a refinery, maybe? Oh, yeah. They've got that refinery. Oh, was that tank coming down a ramp that just died? Oh, my gosh. Maru, you beast. You absolute beast. That's what we love about TVTs. The aggression in the early stages is always good. Always very fun. He doesn't have enough army to break this. He's losing. He's supply blocked. That's not good either, dude. Maru. I think Clem got too greedy. I think he went for that third CC and was like, I can get away with this. And then Maru was like, nah. Nah, you can't. Oh, the supply block is brutal here, too. Trying to get a Viking out. Because, okay, another Viking. Getting rid of the medevac to provide... That's providing some vision over here. Would be nice, but just to scan. That does the exact same thing here. Ah, tank on the high ground. Viking pulls back. Oh, there's a Raven out as well. And the Vikings trying to kill the Raven, but the Marines pick it off. Tank on the high ground, getting some big-time hits off. Unsieging his siege tank is Maru. This is an intense situation here at 6 minutes for sure. Look at this. Maru's even caught up in worker count in the meantime. Ah, picking off that siege tank with the Marines. Now forced to bring the SCVs in to deal with it. Ah, this siege tank had a ton of kills before it went down. 5 SCVs died, and now Maru's up 46 to 42 workers. Clem did not lose his natural, which is a big deal, and Maru's third is here. It's in his main. So he's got a third in his main, and Clem's got a third in his main that he's landing over here. And we've kind of just reset. All the damage that Clem did to Maru in the first 5 minutes got offset by all the damage that Maru did to Clem in the next 2 or 3 minutes. And now we're just kind of normal. We've got a about even worker count, which is fine. 3 base to 3 base if Maru ever wants to land that third base anywhere than inside of his main base. Woof, intense. I love it. Man, I do like a good TVT, and aggressive TVTs are my favorite, where everyone just kind of macros up, and then there's a tank line, and nobody really attacks for like 5, 20, 5, 10, 15 minutes. It's just not as good. But these guys understand the importance of being super mega aggressive, and this is it. Clem just kind of blind dropping here inside the main base of Maru. Got a tank up. Both players. Oh, 2 tanks for Maru, though. That's a get on out. Gonna sacrifice this tank for later. Auto turret's getting some hits off, and Maru retreats out. But he does delay the landing of this base for just a little bit, and that's big, because he's got the income coming in from this third base way, way before Maru does. Continuing to delay this third base landing over here. This is insane. He really wants to kill a siege tank, but nah, too many. Another tank there's a problem. Ravens are problems here too. What I like again about TVT is the fact that we do get a lot of different units. Cyclones, Vikings, Ravens, tanks, Marines, all sorts of units. It's very nice, very diverse set of units here. Oh, he's back. All right, so Clem's going to try to kill this, which, man, if he can. Which he can't, but he kills 7 more SCVs, and these tanks are in a pretty decent position. Oh, man, now the tables have turned, and Clem is sieging a base of Maru's. It's his third. Tanks firing away at this orbital command. The air does belong to Maru here with the 2 Ravens and the Viking. And Clem decides, air superiority, I need it. So let's go ahead and back out a little bit. Maybe we can get some more Vikings up here, or enough Marines to really make it work out. But it's 59 to 62 workers. Clem has a lead. Maru's income skyrockets up as he gets some mules tossed down here on this third base, as we can see. Armory coming in from Maru just so we can get further upgrades on his dudes. Both players working on 1-1 for the Marines and the Marauders and any ghosts that we might have. They also don't have any upgrades for their mech, which we might not see until later. It's not really a priority here. Tanks already do a good bit of damage in TVT. Getting an upgrade is not the, not a life-changing experience, but having 3-3 Marines is excellent. 3/3 Marines can really do well against tanks, even if the tanks happen to have, you know, 2 or 3 attack upgrade. That's another CC from Clem. Alright, so he's got a 4th base on the way. Marines checking to see, is there any ninja stuff we don't know about? No? Alright, that's good. That is good news for me. 56 to 63 workers. Clem has a lead. It's not as big as it used to be. He's oversaturating his 3rd base, so the income difference is not really... the income level is not as big of a deal. Some Liberators out for Maru, too. That's another unit we like to see in early game TBT is Libs. And that's a 4th CC from Maru. So for all the aggression in the early stages, we've just reset. I don't think anybody has that big of an advantage on anybody else right now. The fact that Clem's 4th base is a little bit faster than the 4th base of Maru, and by that I mean barely, like 10% more complete than Maru's is. Yeah, there's that +1 vehicle weapon coming in, but +2's getting started first for the biological units here. Some free Marines, and in mirror matchups especially, being cost efficient is huge. Whoever loses the most is generally going to be in a position to be on the back foot. That said, it's 5,000 resources lost for Clem, 3,700 resources lost for Maru, and I feel like Clem's okay. The fact that he's lost a lot more is not as big of a deal. Marines coming. Ooh, Marines are going to come to try to screw with this base here, but yeah, I mean, there's enough in defense here. Defender's advantage from Clem. He's got guys. His 4th base is going to land, no problem. These dudes get killed, trying to prevent the 4th base of Maru from landing. And jump it. Wow, coming up a ramp with his siege tanks. Interference matrix on the tanks. That's huge. That's massive, and all these tanks are going to die largely to the support of the Ravens here. Oh, hang on. Backing out. Yeah, but the interference matrix really made that a lot easier to hold. Spellcasters. Whoever can use spellcasters the best is usually going to win the game of StarCraft 2 and StarCraft 1. If you watch both. I know some of you guys watch both. Some of you guys like all of the StarCraft. But, you know, I will admit, if you're just a Brood War fan, it takes a bit to figure out what's going on in StarCraft 2 and vice versa. If you've only ever watched StarCraft 2, watching Brood War can be very confusing in a lot of ways, even though there's a lot of things that are very much the same about them, right? Anywho, what are we doing? 4 base to 4 base. Ooh, double starport coming in for Maru. Are those for Vikings? Or maybe for battle cruisers. If we're lucky in a TVT, we get battle cruisers. Big battle cruiser fights, too. Bottom right base getting taken by Clem for a 5th. Yeah, Viking count is heavy enough for Maru that I'm not sure he needs more. Does he have a fusion core? He does not. Okay, maybe it is just Liberators and Vikings, which, you know, if you've got Vikings to clear out the air, and then Liberators can set up on the tanks, and the tanks have trouble with that. Have all the trouble with that. Yeah, he just sees that Maru's at the top of that ramp. There's not much for him to do here. Maru's group of Marines. 2 of them managed to escape? 2 of them managed to escape. Take a left. Take a left. Where are you going, guys? Sneaking. They're on a sneaking mission, trying to get around Clem's sensibilities here. I kind of like it. These guys are on a scouting mission, which is extremely dangerous, but somebody's got to do it. Is there a base here? No? Excellent. Good job scouting. Way to get behind enemy lines, y'all. You're inside the sensor tower range, so that's not great. Alright. So remember when I was like, I like games that aren't just macro, and everybody macros. Oh my gosh, they got an SCV kill while they were on their mission. Great job, guys. Ooh, this guy's running for it. Run! Run, Billy! You got 3 HP. Continue to scout. Send in information. Ooh, extra command centers. We can kill... Oh my gosh, he's going to kill another SCV. Dude, this... Billy the Marine is having the time of... He's dead. The time of his life, though. Trying to get a drop on up over here. No, says Maru. Absolutely not. I have a million Vikings. Getting Corvid Reactor. I'm getting Ravens. He is kind of Sky Terraning it, but oh! Clem sneaking up the left side. No, whatever base this is for you, 5th base, I believe it would be. Command Center down. Viking Marine, very effective at wiping out bases that aren't planetaries, at least. Run! Run! Okay, no tank fire there. Excellent. Maru chasing Clem down here a little bit. Clem doesn't want to stand and fight till the tanks are positioned, so all's well that ends well. Clem's up 200 to 180 supplies. Got more workers. He's got a bigger army. And he just completely shut down Maru's attempt at the 5th, while his 5th is up and happily running right now. So I think Clem at this stage is looking all right. He's doing just fine. Maru playing well, though. Let's not discount Maru at all. He can be down. He can win anyway, which, I mean, technically everybody can do that. But Maru has a way of being in situations that look bad and then just kind of storming back. See, he's already retaken his 5th, which Clem wants to kill, but he has to deal with these tanks first. So he just charges in there, takes 1 down, but the anti-armor missile makes the Marines extremely squishy, reducing their armor by 3. They don't have a ton of armor as it stands already, although they do have the 3. Okay, so they got 3, so it just knocks them down to 0. Doesn't go into the negatives. Anti-armor missile. Yeah, Maru's army is surprisingly air-based. Oh, these tanks unsupported. Okay, so 3 tanks do go down. That sucks for Maru. He's forced to pull back a little bit. The tank count is currently 12 to 9 in favor of Clem. But none of them are with his current composition for Maru, so that's not good. But top left base, we're rolling. 6th base for Clem coming up on the left side too, though. So he's just staying a base ahead. Staying a base ahead. If he gets this, that might be ball game. But no. Maru's in a position to defend this area. Clem decides to stand and fight with the siege tanks up. Some of them getting disabled, obviously, but also some of them not getting disabled. And you know what? That tank on the high ground still firing away. Oh, interference matrix catches the closest one. It gets murdered. Do you not have vision over there? Clem's backing out. He's backing out. He's like, okay, is there a base up this way? There's going to try to be a base up this way for Maru. I don't know where it is. There it is. Coming in from the main. Stately and slow. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Like a shark. Alright, so Maru, his goal here was taking care of that top left, which he did. He did very well. He kept Clem away from it. And then just Marines, they're not really going to do much to stop this from happening, but they can get the information the base exists. And then Clem sneaking over this way to see if he can deal with it, but no, Maru's in this position to deal with it. So he's the one. Interference matrix on most of these siege tanks, and then suddenly, even with anti-armor missile, tank's dead. Tank's absolutely dead. Clem kind of sort of trying to go for the jugular right now, but enough tanks are sieging up. Not enough interference matrix. Blah, 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 blah. His own tank's getting interfered with. Can still move. That's why it's not disabled. Right? It's not disable matrix. Because the units can still move. They just can't shoot or do anything. Anything else, I guess, to be more accurate. Clem's up 197, 199 to 181. 79 to 63 workers. He hasn't really been bothered on his side of the map all that much recently, and that's allowed him to be the aggressor. And when you're the aggressor, the world is your oyster. All right, can we take down this planetary? I'm sure you can. Just worried about Maru sneaking up behind him and killing him while he's trying to do it. So his tanks siege up. Just kidding, unsiege and run for it, which you can do when you're interfered with but not disabled. Because you're not disabled, it's interference matrix. Be pedantic about it, I suppose. Alright, Maru's got his base rolling, that 6th base on the right side too. So overall, banks, I guess. Clem's got a bigger bank than Maru, but it's not huge. You can see that down below. High-sec auto tracking, building armor coming in from Clem, because why not at this stage of the game? Trying to get a 7th up, but sort of kind of getting ambushed. Does get taken down, so Clem's like, alright, you can have that base, but I really want to take out one of yours, and then, oh, all 3 of your orbitals would be super cool. But nah, Maru's in the right place for it. Anti-armor missile just catching all of the Marines. Not all of them. most of the Marines. Can we take this planetary down yet, says Clem. The army's like, you wanted us to do it for 10 minutes now. Is it finally time, is the question. Anti-armor. Tanks firing. I mean, this has been a pretty, honestly, super cautious TVT. Nobody's really had just a crushing victory over another army yet. It's been a lot of, you know, good victories. Like, that one was pretty good for Maru, but what? Jumping on everything. Tanks getting absolutely target fired right there. The Viking count is nice against the medevacs. And you know what? Maru wins that one. He loses a bunch of tanks, but he's got more. It is 5-1 in favor of Maru right now on tank count. Oh boy. Coming down the left side. Tanks positioned on the high ground. All these buildings need to run, but guess what? The Viking count is super high. I think it's just Maru won the air battle, right? He's got 21 Vikings to no Vikings for Clem. And when you win the air battle in a TVT, you know what? You're doing just fine. Planetary gonna die. Orbital gonna burn down. Very likely. Clem trying to sneak up the middle here and get something done, but I don't know what he does. Maru is suddenly on the warpath. Remember what I said? Maru can look like he's down and then get a really nice win out of it. His interference made his spellcasting. Interference matrix and his anti-armor stuff here has been incredible too. Same thing. Okay, so Clem gets one down. Another one comes down on Clem's army. This orbital could be repaired, but is not being paid attention to, and therefore it dies. Nobody seems to be going for battle cruisers, but the fact that the air superiority means the medevacs can't do as well. The Ravens can't exactly engage as easily if there's 20 Vikings ready to snipe them from distance. Maru's doing a fantastic job zoning. He's keeping his bases alive. He's able to jump and do sorties and attack the other side of the map with impunity, take down a base, and pull back enough to defend. But don't count out Clem yet, man. This game is not over. The anti-armor missile is used so much. It really does make me wonder why we don't see it as much in the other matchups, but I guess part of that is that Ravens are slow. And they get caught by things, right? They get caught by queens. They get caught by hydras that are chasing them. They get caught by stalkers, especially, that are chasing them. Whereas in this matchup, there's less getting pursued, right? You pull back, but you're not in full retreat a lot. Anti-armor missile on the Vikings is a bit of a problem. They need as much armor as they can get, because they're squishy otherwise. Oh man, look at these Vikings just pouring damage into the buildings. Left side base for Maru. It's a 7th on the way. I guess Clem's 7th is up here too. And his 6th is back on the left side, or whatever number that is. I can't remember. Yeah, air superiority. At this stage, Clem can't even hope to match it. He's got 1 Viking. He's not going to be able to get up to as many Vikings as exists here. He's got a 70-12 Marine advantage, which, it would work. Like, Mass Marine would work pretty well here, except they keep getting anti-armor missiled, and then they're too squishy to engage with the tanks directly. Whereas if they don't have anti-armor on them, they can do it with the 3 attack, or the 3 armor. They can just tear through tanks pretty easily. But another base down for Clem. And just insane. Maru is just an absolute boss. Wipes out another base of Clem's. He's working on having better income here than the young French player. Oh, battle cruiser's on the way. Look at, make me a liar, Maru. Making me a lying liar. Marines. Again, Marine tank. Enough to shove this out. No anti-armor missile. You will notice tank count is not super healthy for Maru all of a sudden. He's down to 0. It's only 5 for Clem, but you know, 5's better than 0. You can set up on this planetary with your 5 tanks. That'd be a good thing to be doing here, I think. Is he just going to try to kill it with Marines? He's just going to try to just kill his planetary with Marines. Can Marines out DPS the repair of SCVs? The answer seems to be, yeah. It's not a lot of SCVs, sure, but man, SCVs getting murdered there. Clem is trying to make this thing happen. High-capacity fuel tanks is getting researched from Maru. At this stage of the game, sure. You got 5 medevacs. They can sort of make... You're not really using them for drops, but technically you can make use of them, yeah? Ah, marine attack from Maru. Hit squad coming down the left side. Gonna kill a ton of SCVs and probably an orbital while they are at it. But the priority is killing all of these juicy, delicious SCVs. We're down to 48 workers for Clem and 50 for Maru, but you'll notice they're not really replacing their workers. Because they don't need to, right? They've got a ton of orbitals. Having fewer workers means a bigger army. They're both at 140 army supply right now. If Maru's gonna do this thing, he needs the battle cruisers to show up. Oh, these Vikings are just sniping ravens left and right, aren't they? Alright, another planetary goes down for Maru, but guess what? He's already back on the right side. That base that died is back. Sure, this base on the left is dead, but so what? Liberators setting up here from Maru. He's got a bunch of those. Ah, the battle cruisers jump on this right side base from Clem to 7, and they take it down. He's like, what is the answer to these battle cruisers? I've got 90 Marines and some Ravens, so that's good, but if the battle cruisers are staying away from the ground, which they are right now, anti-armor missile on everything, and Maru not taking the anti-armor missile. Auto turrets getting tossed down all over the place here too. The Marines are trying to kill the BCs. They get one. They get one of them. They're also trying to kill this orbital, but the Liberators are a big problem too. Got to get out of them circles of doom. Tanks firing. They're going to get the orbital here. The lift is not enough. The Marines are going to take it down. The repair is not happening. Are there enough Marines to handle these BCs? Is the larger question. They got +2 attack and +3 armor. Another hit squad from Clem marching up. He's going after a defunct base. Oh, sure. Sensor tower down. Tank sniped for basically nothing. A couple Marines died there, but whatever. Ooh, this has been an absolutely fantastic TVT. This might get an epic tag. The sheer number of bases that have died here. 2 orbitals, two command centers, a planetary for Clem, 2 planetaries, a command center, and 3 orbitals for Maru. Maru marching down the right side with his battle cruisers. Which, apparently the answer here for Clem is going to try to be Marines. But the battlecruiser army is getting a little bit big right now. But man, look at these Marines just chew them apart. Jump, 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 jump. Interference matrix. So it can't fight back. Another battlecruiser is almost gonna... It's gotta die. There it does. It does go down. Are you standing and fighting? I don't know about that idea at all. My gosh. Alright, well, I mean, another couple battle cruisers died, but GG, Maru is your winner. Clem taps out. He knows if this base dies, he's in a lot of trouble. He can't handle the battle cruisers as well as he wants to. Maru basically just got on top of the air superiority game, and it worked. Right? And it worked for him. Air superiority, a big deal. A really, really big deal in TVT. End of the game here, it was, what, 4 battlecruisers, 2 Ravens, and 24 Vikings. And there was 3 Ravens. There were 3 Ravens in the sky for Clem. No Vikings at all. He's trying to use 31 Marines to clear all that out. It's just not enough. So look at this. Clem, 55,000, almost 56,000 resources lost. Tomorrow's 39,000.6, which, hey, cost efficiency. What did we say? What did we say about that today? It's important in mirror matchups. Sure, Clem lost 74 SCVs. But he had 45 workers at the end of the day. Clem only had 38. The number of bases that died was insane. Clem ended up losing, what, 417 Marines, which is crazy. Maru lost 2 Vikings today. 2. He had 24. He had 26 made, and he lost 2. That's some insanely good control. Probably some repair, too. And the battle cruiser play on the other side. Smart. Really, really smart stuff. Oh, man. And that was... that was so good. That was honestly such a great TVT. That might get an epic tag just for being non-stop. Maru being down and then coming out and taking the win anyway from the young Clem. If you see this early, right? You see this on the channel. Let me know if you think it's an epic. How about that? And we'll talk about it. Okay? Okay. But overall, I think Maru just did a great job zoning, lost a couple bases, was able to kill a bunch of bases too, make some great trades. Air superiority was key, and bam, he walked away with the win here on Jagannatha. All right. Whew. All right, so that's going to be it from me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.